This episode of SpectreSoundStudios is brought to you by DistroKid. Hey everybody, how's it going? Hope you're having an amazing Friday. Hope you have a great weekend. Welcome to SMG Viewers Comments 122. Let's get right to it.
As someone who always listens with quite nice equipment as well, I have to say your remixes with the A7Xs are a ton better. Everything is so much more focused, crisp, and honestly, sound like there is better time alignment on everything involving getting the different instruments to come together at the exact point for maximum impact.
Well, thanks for that observation. I gotta say, yeah, I'm pretty blown away by the results I got as well. It's just, like I said, it's like you can hear everything better. You can hear into the mixes. It's not a significant difference from the events, and yeah, it's pretty damn impressive. I really like these. I might want to get the 8 inches at some point, just because they'll fit my soffits better. But yeah, these are pretty fucking outstanding. And if you're in the market for monitors, yeah, take a look at the Atoms. I mean, like, I've been doing this for 20 years, and even they had a huge impact on the sound of my recordings. So if you're starting out, you got a few bucks to put into gear, get some Atoms. They'll do you a lot of good.
Are the dents in the screen from you hitting the people that suck at the mic?
Oh, you mean this old beast? Yeah, no, this was my old stage mic. I actually bought this used in like the summer of 92, I think. And yeah, this was my mic for ages and ages and ages. Well, I played in a band called Chaos. And yeah, I was the singer. And yeah, like I said, it was already pretty beat up when I got it. And, you know, it got pretty damn abused when I used it too. It's been dropped, it's been beaten, it's just been, yeah, like the finish has been worn off. This mic has definitely seen some action, that's for sure. The capsule's still in good shape though, to my knowledge. And yeah, I mean, oh, it's definitely, you know, the foam's starting to deteriorate on it a little bit. But yeah, it's been a good mic. And just for the record, I was the worst mic cupper of them all back in the day when I sang in a band, yeah, because the PAs were underpowered and nobody knew how to set anything up, and that was the only way to get any fucking power. But then I, you know, grew up and realized, hey, this really sounds like shit, so I'm trying to spread the word about that. It's like, yeah, you're kind of working against yourself. When you hold a mic like this, it's really not helping. Yeah, you're better off to hold it like this, hold it back a little bit, and then, you know, the sound guy can turn up the gain and not have to turn up the treble to counteract the muffling that you get to hear. And then you don't have any feedback issues.
Hey Glenn, calling from Birmingham here. Wondering if you do video on tube, ribbon, boundary, electret, etc. and their uses, not much information knocking about.
I'm actually working on a review on a couple of ribbon mics that are fucking excellent for a lot of different applications, so stay tuned for that. Electret mics are basically small diaphragm condensers with one back end, not two. And tube mics, well, tube mics are the same as large diaphragm condensers. They've just got a vacuum tube in place instead of a transistor, which I do have one. I've got 2 of those actually. I've got a couple of different Rode mics. Again, I should really do an episode on that. Thanks for the suggestion. Yeah, I'll throw that on the list. Boundary mics are something I'd really like to check out as well. So yes, thanks again for that.
Need Coffee K100 IRs for Helix. That is the best metal tone I've ever heard.
I can't give you any details right now, but let's just say something very cool that you're gonna like is in the works. Can't say any more at this point. Stay tuned, folks.
I love your videos, but those gay-ass hair flips need to stop.
Gay-ass hair flips? Most men can only dream of having hair like this at age 47. Hey everybody, this episode is sponsored by DistroKid, which is the service that I use to put music out to online retailers like iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, and Spotify, plus over 150 smaller online music retailers as well. It only costs $20 a year, and you keep 100% of your earnings. DistroKid also has new features, including instant verification on Spotify and change your image on Apple Music and iTunes. They are the only distributor with this feature. The new Teams function allows you to split your earnings automatically among your bandmates, and cover song licenses only cost $12 a year. The upcoming band pages will be free to anyone, including non-DistroKid members. Set up a page and DistroKid will automatically populate a link list to everywhere your music is sold. There's even a Text Your Fans paid feature coming up to keep your fans updated on everything happening with your project. I use DistroKid to put my music out to the world, and it saves me so much hassle. If you've got a band, I highly recommend checking it out. Go to distrokid.com/VIP/Spectre today and grab yourself a 7% discount. Follow the link in the description below. Now back to the show.
I would love to see Glenn do a movie review. That would be cool. After all, his company is named Spectre Media Group. That would be cool, right? Just a thought.
You know, I've actually considered doing it, and that mainly because I can't stand movie critics. Most of them are just fucking, pompous assholes who value their own opinion over everything else. Boy, I'm sounding like myself right now, aren't I? No, seriously though, I find a lot of movie critics just take the joy out of watching movies. I've got a pretty low threshold when it comes to film. If I'm entertained, I like the movie. It doesn't have to be fucking Gone with the Wind. It doesn't have to be Citizen Kane every fucking time. I can put on, an old movie like Revenge of the Nerds and laugh my ass off and think that's great. Porky's, would be considered a terrible movie by a bunch of critics, but it was fucking hysterical. One of the funniest movies I'd ever seen. Again, so if I ever do movie reviews, they will definitely be different than the pompous fart huffers that you are used to reading from.
Not changing bass strings is like having a girlfriend that you never sexed with.
I think what you meant to say was never have sex with. That's a wonderful analogy. Yeah, I can definitely think of a few of my musician friends who are in exactly that same situation. Have girlfriends and they're never going to have sex with them. Great comment. Keep them coming, guys.
Were AKG K77s being good headphones supposed to be a joke?
No, the joke's just between your legs. Seriously, I don't get snobby about headphones. Basically, what I tell kids is if you're going to buy headphones, stay the fuck out of the big box retailers, stay away from brands like Beats and that kind of thing, which are more style than substance. AKGs will do the job, you know what I mean? For, on the floor monitoring, if you're tracking drums or whatnot, yeah, they're fucking great. I use AKG K77s all the time. They're workhorses. Are there better models? Sure. But I've never ever been let down by my K77s. So, yeah, I don't see where you're coming from with that statement. That's just snobbery, in my opinion. But bottom line is, do they work? Yes, then shut the fuck up.
You should stop bullying the hell out of bass players. What the fuck have they done to you? Anyways, great video.
Bullying bass players. Okay, first off, it's only bullying if you're picking on somebody for how they're born or something like that. Nobody's born a bass player. People choose to become bass players and then they choose to not practice. I'm trying to motivate bass players to become better musicians, okay? Holding their hands while they pee doesn't fucking work, okay? I've done the nice guy thing for 20 fucking years. It doesn't work. Okay, the way to get through to musicians is to fucking motivate them, and to motivate them is to be honest. You want to call honesty bullying, go for it. I don't give a fuck, but I know there's a fucking difference. Remember, kids, people aren't born bass players. They go that way by default because they're shitty guitar players.
I started saying I'm gay for the singer, and that's why I hang out with the band. It's less embarrassing than telling people I'm the bassist.
That's fucking comment of the week right there. All right, and just to make this clear, for the record, that's not a bash against gay people at all. Some of the coolest people I know, and one of my best friends is gay, so I really don't have a problem with gays at all.
These types of comments are exhibit 1 as to why Glenn can't go full-time on to YouTube yet, even though he's been tirelessly working to try to get there. Everyone just wants to be validated. People will put up with outliers and those who dare to think outside the box like Glenn until they too are challenged. Because who wants to walk in someone else's shoes when they hear a completely take on music and life and maybe consider different perspectives that may or may not actually help mold their craft? It's easier to make one click and unsubscribe. Grow up.
That's a wonderful observation. Yeah, I've definitely had a few people unsubscribe over time, because, I say one thing that sets somebody off. Oh, I'm unsubscribing. Or, they feel insulted in one way or another. Oh, I'm unsubscribing. It's like, when Isaac Hayes quit South Park because they, made fun of everything. But when they finally made fun of Scientology, oh, I'm quitting. It's like, get over it. They're fucking, so what if you don't like my observations? You might like it next week. So if I say something one week that you don't like, stick around because I might probably say a lot more things that you will like. And you know what? Your fragile sensibilities can probably take a little bit of criticism from time to time. I know mine can. All right, that's it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you sign up for DistroKid and get your 7% discount. Follow the link in the description below. I'll see you next time.